Hey guys, we're live. Welcome to our 6th year anniversary. Wow, that's a long time. I got it wrong because I think I've been telling people it was going to be our 7th year. I don't know math, so it just goes with everything I've ever said on this podcast anyway, is that I don't know numbers. So
You're
probably
just
why I
proving
lose
your
half the
point.
time. Yeah, exactly. Just keeping with the brand, you know?
I mean, if anyone wants to go and fact check that, I mean, God bless them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's probably why I got it wrong, because I was just guessing. I was like, oh, 7 years. And then I went and looked on iTunes. Oh, wait, that's not right.
I've only heard 312 episodes, so there's no way it can be 7 years.
Oh, man. But welcome. We're going to have a little bit of fun here. We're going to be talking about, we're just going to have a fun little discussion since we haven't gotten together in quite a bit. Then we'll also kind of go back to the past. What are you doing, Paige?
I forgot it's live. Not cleaning my
screen of all the beard juice that's on it from his Canadian beard. Yeah.
Beard juice.
Yes, that's right. I said that. And we're going to be talking about some of our favorite moments in MFGCast history, and then I have a fun little game at the end, which will probably be terrible knowing my games, but it'll be fun for us to kind of trudge through. So,
is it a quiz? Because I didn't study.
It is not a. It's not a quiz, but it's not going to be easy. Let's just say that.
Oh God! All right.
Yep. And I'm putting you guys through it. Yay! I don't have to do anything.
The advantages of being a host.
That's right. I do the things that I want, and then you guys can maybe say something, and then no, that's not how things work. I just like throwing in crazy shit every once in a while and throwing everybody off base. So I want to talk about a couple of fun things that we've got that we haven't gotten to play because they're fairly new. For early Mother's Day, I got Tracy the Fox in the Forest. Yes.
One other question, Kurt. Did you also get Tracy any introductions?
I did not. No, I don't want to do any introductions. if people are watching this, they know who we are.
Is that Tracy? I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while.
Hi, Tracy. How are you? Good.
Hi,
good.
I'm your wife.
That's awesome. How are you, Paige? Are you doing great, Paige?
I'm doing okay.
Awesome. Dan, how are you doing, sir?
Wait, you mean D. Wyatt?
Yeah, I don't know who this Dan is.
No. He doesn't deserve the D. Wyatt tonight. Hi, Dan. How's it going?
We're gonna use Dan since it's a yearly anniversary. It's the
That's right. Plus, it says Dan when it goes over to you anyway, so you know. We already know.
Okay, how are you, MFGCast?
Yeah.
That's true. I should change that. And not sleeping where she's sitting. Kim's here. Kim.
Yeah, I'm here. And I'm actually talking.
That's okay. We're all very sleepy. It happens. So. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, Dan. Yeah, but anyway, got Tracy Fox in the Forest. Unfortunately, the weekend that I got it, we weren't able to play it because we were kind of running around and doing other things like getting kitchen tables and stuff.
No, we were going to play it, but we didn't realize it was 2-player.
Oh, that's right. We sat down. We're going to play with Logan. And Logan's like, oh, this will be fun. And then, it's 2 players. Sorry, kid. Can't play it.
It's a 2-player game, which sounds awesome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was looking forward to your impressions on it, but I guess I'm not going to get any.
No. You're going to see a couple of games right now that you're going to be like, oh my gosh, what do you think? I don't know. I have not played them. So
we're never going to tell you.
Who makes it?
Suspense.
What?
Who makes it?
Renegade does.
Oh, okay. Oh, that should be good then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you know what else Renegade makes that came out this week, Kurt?
Wait, are you talking about Autoplano?
How dare you? Oh! Did you just get on? We did a little chubby.
Oh my God! I'm full mast.
He got one of his friends to pre-order it, and then after the pre-order, a couple of weeks later, we saw that it came out, and he's like, "Ugh, he already bought it. We were going to get you a copy. Give the one that Ed was going to give us."
I'm really glad I saw that because there might have been one in the mail to you soon. If not, you just saved me many dollars.
That was so.
Well,
let me guess, you didn't
know
play it?
He didn't know he was getting it. He got it today in the mail.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You didn't play it yet?
No. Just got it. You know, we just ate supper and got Logan to bed and then came and did this. So have had no time to play it, but super stoked. You know what? I'm gonna do something that I have never done. I'm gonna do an unboxing just because I think it's awesome. I'm gonna do it.
And by the way, for anyone that only hears the audio, what is the thing you're unboxing?
Yeah, right.
Oh, Altiplano, which I just talked about. Yeah, that's what I'm unboxing.
People may be deafened by my flip out screens.
No, I didn't tell him I ordered it, and so it came today. And then I didn't open it, and I just laid it down and had him open it up. And I walked in the house later, and he's like, he looks
very sneaky.
Like, I think he might have pooped his pants a little bit.
Well, what she didn't see is that she went to pick up Logan, and I was in the house, and I saw it, and I was like, ooh, and she wrote a little note for me, and I was like, oh, that's nice, you know? So I take it outside as I'm taking the dog to go to the bathroom, as you do. And
you take dogs outside to
and
go
I was
to the
like,
bathroom?
yeah, exactly. And I was gonna carry Karen. I was like, God, this is kind of heavy, you know? And I'm like, oh, I wonder what this is, you know? And then for some reason, it just popped into my head. I'm like, no. And then I started to open it with my keys, and then I was like a little kid. I was like, yay! Which I'm going to tell you I have not done in a very long time, besides when I finally got Orleans, which is, you know, Orleans or whatever you want to call it, which is, you know,
holy
fitting.
smokes.
But yeah, wow.
It's a lot. It's a setup.
Yeah, lots of player board stuff. Lot of cool.
Look at all that cardboard.
There's your...
What butt is that? Whose butt is that?
Cut up the old Altiplano right there.
Oh man.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of boards to open up. Holy smokes!
You're gonna have to stretch out your fingers before you start punching that up, buddy.
Yeah, no kidding. It'd take a good long time to do this one. Good gravy. Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's all pretty much more of the same, but.
Yeah, and I'm going to immediately suggest a Plano box for that bad boy.
Yeah, no kidding.
14 different goods.
Yeah, there's a lot of boards in there. Holy smokes.
Like the whole box is boards. Really? Like literally, look at this. Can you see the distinction between?
Yeah.
There's not much space.
I can't wait to see the look of joy in your face when you punch out your holding area for your discard pile. You actually make a little cart for your discard tokens.
Little cart? That's awesome.
Yeah, because it goes like classic deck builder now.
Yeah, nice. Some little meeples and cubes. Nice little scoring pad. Oh, scoring pad. Nice. And then some cards. I'm not going to open them up right now, but some nice looking cards. Looks like there's some weed right there. I don't smoke, but that's what it looks like to me.
Yep, that's what Altiplano's about. Rolling blunts.
Looking at llamas.
Yeah, exactly.
It's rolling blunts and smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts.
We really learned a lot about Reiner Stockhausen. All of a sudden. That's all he likes. Yeah, so really pumped to play this. I mean, I've heard that it's got its similarities to Orleans, but
a bit of difference, buddy. You're gonna like it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, so super pumped. So, yeah. Any exciting things in your guys' life that you've been playing lately, or have gotten that you're excited to play?
I'm gonna leave the show now and get in the car to start driving to Wisconsin. So besides that, nothing major.
We can't top that.
If I get fired, I get fired. These things happen.
I cleared out a bunch of games I wasn't playing, and I got a copy of TI3. So nice. I'm pretty happy about that. Cleared up space and filled it right back up.
Do you have the 4 people and 16 hours ready to play it?
I do not, but I've got a lot more empty space. That was the big reason for the trade. I had probably 6 or 7 big games that I just weren't getting played, and I went, here, you can have them, and he gave me this, and I said, if one day it comes up, I'll know how to play it because I can read through the rules, and there we go. It's
I mean, that's a game that just like casually gets dropped on the table here and there, I think, right?
yeah. Oh, for sure, definitely.
Yeah, casually gets dropped on a table and the table breaks, then you have to buy a new one.
I mean, it's a good way to end a good night of gaming, right? You know, 1
Yeah.
o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, you kind of bust that out, ease the brain.
It's like, hey, you want to play Love Letter? How about Twilight Imperium 3 instead? All right, let's do that.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I got the extra 10 minutes.
A buddy of mine picked up TI4 and he was like, look, I know it's asking a lot, but would you two guys want to play it when I try it? Because he knows it's like, that's a day that you have to clear everything for the first time you play.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm expecting too. But like I said, it's good for me because we're tight on space for my game space, and I went, from 6 big box games to 1 bigger box, but
Coffin box.
it evened out. So
Nice.
and they were all games on my trade pile, so it was no big loss to me.
Yeah, we during our International Tabletop Day, we kind of decided to raffle off or like auction off some games, more or less. Like, I was just telling people, make me an offer to help get some game space free and to also help get a couple of bucks towards pass and play, which was good. Yeah, I do wish my friends had more money, but besides that,
They got really good games for cheap.
Yeah,
I'm a little upset by it.
Yeah, it was like, because it was like, like one of those things like, like, how about you give me like $40 for those 3 games? It's like, I don't know. It's like, dude, it's $40 for 3 games and it helps charity. Come on.
Yeah.
Just don't make me mug you. Please don't make me insult you in my own house.
I'll give you 30. Fine. Can you break a 50? What?
Yeah. Oh my God, what's that going through my window? Shove. Yeah. Like, did you guys get anything good going on during Tabletop Day? Or I know, Kurt, you had a couple of pictures posted here and there.
Gosh, it's been a bit. What did we end up playing?
We didn't do as much as we. What? I don't know. Like, when was that?
I think.
Can I even?
Did I teach you Orleans that day?
No.
No.
You played Wasteland the next day, if I remember.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
I'm going through pictures in my head.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you did a lot less than you figured, but you played Wasteland the next day.
Yeah, we ended up playing. No, Raiders. We ended up playing Raiders of the North Sea. That's what we ended up playing. Taught you that for the first time.
Yep.
Another awesome Renegade game.
Yep.
That was a good game.
I sense a theme.
Yeah, I was going to say, might have to contact them before we mention any more of their titles. How do you guys like it for your first play?
Yeah, it's good.
Which one?
Raiders.
Oh, okay. I'm like, it was our first play of Wasteland too. So, yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
Well, it was my first like official, because you guys have played it on tabletop or tabletop video.
Yeah.
Tabletop.
Yeah, it's a really cool guy that I know got that for me as a Christmas gift like a year and a half ago, and it's still hitting the table so often. It's so good. It's like nice, tight, a nice, really rich Euro experience, but you feel a little bit of pressure for time. It hits all the boxes for me.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe how small the box was
Right?
when we got it.
Yeah,
like I just expected from watching you guys play it on there, like how big it was. I didn't think the box was going to be so like small and contained. It didn't need to be any bigger, but I just imagined that it was going to be a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, no, it's in the execution of it or whatever, that there should be a lot of companies that look at that and say, hey, that's what you need. That's all you need. You don't have to have a huge box full of air.
Yeah, it saves so much space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a good game.
I did pick up Fields of Fame when it was on sale, and as tiny as that expansion box is, it could even be smaller. Like, what's nice is you can actually get it all to fit in the main box still, though, which is good.
That's cool.
You know, because anytime you see a small box game, you're always like, please don't make anything else for this because I don't want to have to carry 2 boxes. Like that's the thing that hits me with Vest a lot. If you have all the stuff for Vest, it is really hard to bring that anywhere.
Yeah, there's really a lot to it. You almost need a second copy of the game just so you can have a box for it.
Yeah.
And
it's like the own box. The expansion characters, instead of double-sided boards, are 2 boards each. So now you got like another 6-player boards on top of your 5-player boards.
Wow.
You know, it also gets pretty weighty too.
Yeah. These those games are not light for sure. Yeah. I like the concept of the that this game is that with worker placement it doesn't have, you know, a super lot of is like the whole place a meeple, take a meeple. You know, most of the time it's just place, get through the round and be done, you know.
Yeah.
I like that, you know, you have to kind of make your choices on which colors you want because depending upon the color you could get, you know, a better, you know, get more gold or, you know, fight in a better spot or, you know that kind of thing. Yeah.
And what's really cool is it's like it goes against the norm of where when you got a new guy and you put him in town, your initial response is like, oh no, I'm never going to see that again. And then 2 rounds later you do, and you go, oh wow, like I don't have to hoard, I don't have to panic. I can just play and do things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
You know, your mentality most Euros give you.
Yeah. I think it's one of those games that, you know, from the moment you learn it, it's like there's not a lot to, you know, put into it. I mean, mentally you have to figure out some things, but, you know, it doesn't seem like there's, you know, a lot to like being like, okay, I have to remember this. Okay, well, now I have to remember to do this. You know, it's like there's, you know, there's a lot of options and a lot of way to do it, but there's not so many that it just kind of bogs you down to where you get lost.
Like, I think the easiest way to describe it is it's not rules heavy, it's strategy heavy. And I like that.
For sure. Yep. That's definitely a way to think about it. As far as our first gameplay of Wasteland Express, it was one of those where it was like an hour of setup, 30 minutes of play. Wow, that was quick. No, you know, it's not a detriment to the game, but still, it's just like, you know, when we first punched that game out, we were like, okay, well, this took us 2 hours to punch. We're gonna take a nap, call it a night, and we'll come back to it, you know, in a month or 2 or 3. When did we get that? Christmas?
Yeah, so it was like 5 months.
So 5 months. Let's try 5 months.
All right, so like in September, you'll have your review of it then.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have it all fleshed out.
Yeah.
But
it went really fast.
It really did.
But that's because I kicked your butt.
That is true. I apparently, you know, you were Mad Max and I was like a speck of dirt on the road. Apparently.
I hammered you for some reason.
You did. Sounds dirty, but it wasn't. But yeah, you really got me. You know?
Yeah. I took all your hopes and dreams and mangled them right in front of you. You remember that part, right? I remember.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just like any of the characters in this
that's game. What Big John does.
That is true. Yeah.
New high score. What's that mean? Did I break it?
Did I win? I think I did.
So yeah, I think that's one of those games that has to be on a 10x10 because otherwise you're not going to get quite the feel of it. Like I think we need to play it like more often too, where you can get more of a strategy with things. Like I think it's a fairly simple game once you actually start to figure it out, but it's really it really was, for me, it was kind of daunting to kind of learn everything before we got to it. But once you get to it, then it's like, okay, now I get why this is this way and stuff like that. So
you see the gears turning within the game a little more when you actually get it going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And unfortunately with that kind of game and some other games that are like that too, like a lot of times when you do see all that stuff, you're like, especially for me, my brain just locks up and it's like, oh geez, there's just so much I got to figure out here, you know? And, you know, sometimes it may be like a mirage, you know, it's like, okay, it's really not as bad as you think it is. You just got to take the time.
Mm-hmm.
How do the rules play into it? Like, did you find that you had to constantly check like rules in the book for stuff, or?
Yeah, I think that first go around, we really had to check it out, you know, because there's certain things you have to remember. Well, there's, the mods for your vehicles and stuff like that too. Like you kind of be like, okay, what was that for? Is this a one-time thing or is it a multi-use thing? So, for the first time, we really had to kind of go back and forth and kind of look at it and say, hey, what does this do? Where I think, it does, again, I think it's going to take multi-plays to, really get to the meat of it and really, decide how it's going to work, which is, some people could see it as a negative to the game, but I think it's a positive because you kind of have a learning curve and you kind of go for it. The only thing that could be, different about it too is like we started on the, we started with the first thing, and there's like other ways you can do it, and there's other kind of scenarios you can do too, because you get different, you get 3 like missions that you can do, but you also get missions that are specific to you. Yeah. And so those can change out every once in a while, and that can make the gameplay longer. So it could be a daunting task of like, okay, this may take, when it took us a half an hour, we thought it was going to take like an hour or more, so it's, it's hard to know from game to game how that's going to work out until you sit down and really, understand what all of it, how all of it works. So.
Yeah. Cause I'm just thinking like, cause the other Pandasaurus game, Dinosaur Island, I know the first like time and a half, me and Kim, we had to like print out like aids on the side just because they're, it's like, oh, during this phase, it's like step A, B, and C. During this phase, it's like A and B with the option of doing this instead of A and B. And we're like, holy crap. Like, once you start playing, it seems like a lot of those games, like, once you get the hang of it, you're like, oh, this is great. But to get that, to hit that point where it becomes fluid takes a little longer,
Yeah, for sure.
Like, Pete, I know you've done Dinosaur Island a few times. Like,
yeah.
How did it take for you to get the hang of all the phases?
So when I read my rule books, I associate the game as thematically as I can. So I feel the theme come through. And the first time I'll play through, I'll do what thematically works without looking at the rule books. Like, I'll read the rules and understand it well enough. If I have questions, I'll kind of jot it down and think about it, but I'll do the thematic answer, I guess. And then I'll go back and look and see what thematically tied in properly and what didn't. So with Dinosaur Island, thematically, it made sense that you could use your scientists only for, like, your number 3 scientist was the only guy who could do your best scientist could make the best dinosaurs. Right, and that made sense thematically. That was a question that we had in the first phase, and then that's kind of how my brain functions. I do everything thematically, so I'm really bad at learning Euros.
An abstract game, like, wait, yeah. What are these blocks with again?
Yep, perfect. Chess, I haven't figured out if it's the most thematic game ever or the most abstract game ever, so I just know I'm bad.
Well, horses love L's, so that's pretty thematic.
Yeah, that is true. It's their favorite letter.
That's pretty cool, man. I'm glad that you finally got Wasteland to the table, though, Kurt. Even if you did get savagely whooped.
Yeah, I know. Just to let you know, I'm very used to it, so I'm a good sport about it.
You got me otherwise.
That's true. Before that game, I was on quite a streak.
He was. It was close, though.
It was very close.
You didn't totally hand it to me.
Do you have like a losing hanky for when you're crying after every game?
Tracy would love that.
He doesn't, but if you could send him one with a little scent of maple syrup on it from Canada.
Absolutely.
Tracy's like, we have one. We use it to wash the car.
Yeah. He would really like that.
It's my cry towel.
That's pretty awesome. One thing we actually got to play a little bit of recently, Kurt, and this is the game where I am like king of losing streak, Vast. Yeah. I have not won no matter who I am, I have not won Vast yet. This time I got to play as the knight, and I got my ass handed to me from start to finish.
Keeping the streak alive.
Goblins don't like me. Cave didn't like me. Dragon didn't have to worry about me.
At least you're consistent, Dan.
And it was great because as the dragon is like about like we know the dragon.
Dan is frozen in space.
But since I keep getting decked.
All right, hey, well, hold on, Dan. Hold on, Dan.
Stop.
You're gonna have to repeat yourself because you froze as soon as you tried to say dragon.
Son of a bitch. All right, so it's like basically as the dragon was like 2 rounds from victory, suddenly like I'm getting like, oh, you got to stop the dragon. You got to stop the dragon. I'm like, yeah, I'd love to. Maybe if I had more than 1 action per turn, or if the cave made me not lose my goddamn grit every 2 seconds, maybe I could do something to the dragon. But no, you guys helped this happen. Now you deal with it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
one of the, I think. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, like,
think
I'm running at the goblins ready to die. I'm like, go ahead, kill me. You don't have the balls to win the game.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's one of those games that's like not it's like do or die. There's no in between. There's not like, oh, you might make it. It's like, no, you're gonna get thrashed or you're gonna, be victorious.
Yeah, it's uncovering every damn event tile one after another did me no favors either. And now this bad thing happens, and now this bad thing happens. Cool.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is the game that man, I want to keep playing it to try to like figure out more of it, but it's also so easy to miss one rule.
Yeah,
and then have everything swing the wrong way.
Yeah, that's a game where that game can get lost in translation very quick.
I know they have it on Tabletopia. I wouldn't mind trying it a few times on there together.
Mm-hmm.
Just for all of us to get a better grip of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's one of those games that I still have not gotten used to, so it'd be fun to play.
And one other thing that we got to play recently too, it's actually something I've been thinking about for a while. Because we have like a lot of party games, but it's like a very similar theme in them. But I think this is like probably my new favorite little box one. A Fake Artist Goes to New York.
I haven't played that one yet.
So it's really cool. It's from like the like a Japanese series of like board games. Has like a small little notepad. Actually, like, what's that?
It's one of the Oink games, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually like a little notepad smaller than this one. That's like the artist easel, and it comes with like 10 different colored markers. And the whole concept is, it's a game with a moderator. So you give like a topic. So say I go, like, oh, animal. And then I'm going to write down on all these little dry erase boards, like giraffe. And on one of them, I'm just going to put a big X. And then everyone takes a tile. So it's like a little bit Spyfall. It's kind of like artist Spyfall, I guess you can say, where it's like one person has no idea what they're drawing. They know it's an animal, but they don't know what it is. And everyone else is, you're only doing one stroke at a time towards the picture. And the way that you identify who everyone is by the color of their marker, Wow. So, and it's like, it goes around the table twice, and then kind of like a Spyfall thing, everyone points at who they think the fake artist is. And if the fake artist can guess it right, he gets the points. If he can't, or, they guess, like, if they guess incorrectly, or if they guess the wrong person, the fake artist wins. And what's kind of cool is this is a little bit different because as a moderator, you want the fake artist to win because you also get a point if he does.
Wow.
Interesting.
That sounds
so you don't want it to be like animal, dog, where it's like, you want to make it like a little like involving, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds really fun. I have yet to play an Oink game, and I really want to get some of those just because, it doesn't seem like, I don't think I've heard any negative things about them at all, actually.
Yeah, Barnes & Noble's actually started carrying them around here, which is pretty cool.
That's cool. I wish we had a Barnes & Noble's around here. That'd be cool.
Well, if you come to the one over here, you can bring Altiplano with you. And
well, but you're on your way to Wisconsin right now, so we don't want to head to New York.
We'll meet in the middle. I'm sure there's a Barnes and Nobles wherever the middle is.
That's Iowa, and no, there is not. I don't.
Iowa.
I know. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know geography.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's not good at math or geography.
Yes.
He's actually Texas Kurt. Learn some geography.
Whatever.
Holy shoot! The game.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What are we all
Interesting.
mesmerized by?
I was just looking at the game that you were just talking about
Fake cards
on
yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah, the box looks awesome.
Yeah, super tiny. Can fit in your glove box.
It is pink.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be good then.
Yeah. And what's really fun, so like
Here it is,
like,
Paige.
I've seen it.
on your little artist easel thing.
Whatever then.
You write down your subject, and then afterwards you can name the masterpiece, which I think is really good too. Like that's always a fun part.
That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's like I
Because
call
I'm
it
sure there's a lot of
fucking
great
Lake
names.
Have you played it, Paige?
No, I haven't. I really want to.
I was trying to think of some smart ass comment to say.
Sucker me either.
Yeah.
Well, good then.
Whatever.
I hope you don't get to before I do.
Yeah, you have no friends there.
I know.
We don't have friends here either. Boo. We could all meet in the middle in Iowa. Kurt.
Niagara.
Yeah, I've been there.
Is that in California?
So
You're off.
I played Arboretum for the first time a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right. You played the original version too, not the one that got picked up by Renegade, right?
I don't think the Renegade version's out yet.
He's from the future.
I don't know. You're a guy with lots of pull hair, playing all kinds of games you're hush hush about that you can't talk about. So don't get on my case, mister.
I don't do that. That's not a thing. Yeah, I really liked it. There's a lot more to it than I thought, but at the same time, if you don't want to think about it, you don't really have to. If that makes any sense, like you can just kind of go through the motion. What?
Sorry, I was gonna let you talk, and then I just blurted.
Okay, perfect.
Well, tell people what it's about, just because I've heard of it, but I haven't heard about what it's about.
So essentially, you've got a hand of cards with a bunch of different trees, and each tree is numbered 1 through 8.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is you're going to draw 2 cards from 3 different piles. There's 2 discard. Well, each player has a discard pile, and then there's a draw pile. You're drawing 2 cards. You're going to play one into your Arboretum area, and then you discard 1 card. So you're always going to have 7 cards in your hand. You're always going to play a card, and you're always going to discard a card on your turn. And what you're trying to do is get your trees lined up from 1 to 8 through different paths. And depending on how the scoring goes, if you have the highest number of the tree type in your hand, you are allowed to score that tree type. The scoring's a little funky to explain, but the scoring happens, and you win or you lose. and that's how you play.
So I like straight.
Win or you lose.
So there's points, and somebody that has more than other people does well.
Yep. It's not a golf score.
But are there shared ties in the game?
You cannot share ties.
Okay.
Oh.
Good.
Oh, there's silk ties in the game.
Oh, jeez.
Suede.
Did you say suede?
I said
Oh, and
silk,
then he
but close
takes a
enough.
drink, so we will never know.
No, I said suede only. I did say
Okay,
suede.
that's what I heard. Suede. Okay. Good. I prefer suede over silk anyway.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it was really good. I played twice with my buddy. The first round, he said, "Oh, this is just a luck fest style of game. Like I'm not even making my own decisions." And then he kind of understood the scoring a little better for the second game, and he enjoyed it more and realized there was actually strategy to it. But I'd love to play it with more players one day,
Yeah.
just to compare, see what the difference is. I really liked it too, but one of the disadvantages we had is that I got a French copy, so it was really hard to reference the rules because, contrary to popular belief, not every Canadian speaks French.
You're looking at the rules. How many cards did we draw? 6.
No, they had the number 7 written.
Okay. Since you mentioned a rule book you can't understand, I just want to. Granted, it's not board game topic, but I think I mentioned to you a few times before, Kurt, that game that I love for the Xbox and PlayStation, Earth Defense Force.
Mm-hmm.
So we found out EDF 5 isn't coming out in the US for like at least another year, and we said F that noise. So we ordered a Japanese copy, and there's apparently tutorials this time around, so we had to use Google Translate a lot.
Oh, jeez.
The game is amazing. It is so fun, and it is so good, and we're just making up our own storyline because it's giant insects attacking. You don't really need to know much more than that. But the new one is so good. So many new weapons, so much more fun. But yeah, like there's so many times like there's like this whole new screen that we never saw before, and we're like, what the hell does any of this mean? So Kim is like constantly running up and taking a picture with her phone and then like going to Google Translate, and she's like, okay, apparently it's a plasma heart that fuels your weapons of fury. We're like, okay. Any game you have to Google Translate rules makes the game 10 times better, board or video. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, you can do your own bad voice dubbing in it.
Oh, we were definitely doing that too.
Oh, look, a giant bug.
You gotta help me find my dog. It's like, and then the guy gets skewered. Knowing that I can use Google Translate like this, now I wish I didn't get the US version of Altiplano. I wish I did get the one from DLP. Burn the English rules immediately and just take it from there.
Yeah, I can't even imagine playing like, we were just talking about Wasteland, just trying to play that in a different language. Oh my good lord. Yeah, I give up. Sorry.
Oh.
Especially since parts of that we were like trying to Google pieces that we didn't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
To see what other people said.
It's hard enough to figure it in English.
No shit.
What does that mean? It's written right here in front of me. I know what the words mean, but I can't quite put it together.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you just
as soon as you put those words in this order, it doesn't make sense.
That's when you make a sandwich, go on YouTube, and you're like, all right, I got 30 minutes to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Yep. Good lord. So speaking of time to kill, I don't know. That was a bad segue.
What about that movie?
This is gonna be gold.
It was a movie, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
You just rolled your eyes at me.
I did.
It
was worse than my response.
You had a bad segue, so I was just tackling. I don't know, tackling.
Making it worse.
My brain is mush right now. It's foggy.
Sorry, Tracy's coming off a cold, so you'll have to. I apologize.
That's okay. I'm working with mashed potatoes too, Tracy.
Oh man.
Well, it's good to know we're at our best.
We are at our best.
That's right.
We're at a 3-star performance. We're doing all right.
We're dedicated to this.
Higher than our
to our patronage of people. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Shut up. Shut up.
You put words in a sentence. I don't know what they mean, just like what we talked about in in the rules thing. But yeah.
Tracy's Wasteland expressing this.
Yes,
I
exactly.
could write a book of rules for board games.
That
I
is
just found
true.
my new calling.
That's right.
Sweet. Okay.
God.
Go. I'm sorry. I took that away from you.
No, that's okay. That does not sound like fun.
No.
It seems like everybody always talks about that, how they love everything about it except for writing the rules. But hey, maybe there are people out there that like that.
It just made me yawn.
That's gonna be our next episode. We're gonna dedicate it to rules writing.
I've had to write procedures for work
boy.
before, and that's not very fun. So, I mean, let's get real.
Yeah,
It's kind of like sure.
that's true. Talking about a procedure, let's talk about this podcast.
Let's talk about this one time when I had to. No, okay. Gross. All right, go ahead.
No, that's okay. It's been 6 years. There's been a lot that's actually gone on. A little. Wow, boy, I just lost my train of thought there. A little, there's been a lot that's gone on. This podcast has actually gone through a lot of people that have worked on it. It started off as a, hey, let's take 3 friends that have played board games together, some of these non-traditional board games that are, more crunchy and stuff like that, and play them for about a half a year. And then, hey, let's start a podcast. What could go wrong? Not knowing anything, that could probably go wrong. Not having a switchboard that you didn't realize is like from the 70s, that if you don't have the right stuff that goes in your computer, then it sounds like you're in a snowstorm for about an hour. So the first couple episodes were fun to do, but sounded like absolute garbage. So I apologize if you actually went back to the first couple.
Would that be like one of the episodes where you were saying how Kittens in a Blender is totally rad, and that game is?
Yeah, I was a little excited about everything back then. So.
I still love that episode.
I'm gonna have to listen to it.
Yeah. Oh man,
it's gold.
Yeah. By cold you mean crap. You
He said
are right.
gold.
I know. I said gold.
I thought you said cold.
Yeah. It kind of came out that way. I
It
apologize.
sounded like you said cold. Okay.
Yeah. But it's kind of morphed over the past. We've lost a couple people to death. No, just to
Kidnappings, heroin
Yeah,
addictions.
Procreating.
to procreating. Yes. That happens.
They were multiplying
That's right.
like gremlins.
Death by snoo
So
snoo.
yeah. So fortunately for their kids, they were able to be with them and hang out. But unfortunately, we had to lose some people. But gained some awesome friends in the process. As Tracy dances.
For those of you, thank goodness that cannot see me. You're only listening.
Yeah. True. We're able to do some crossover episodes with Dan and Kim when they had the GNU podcast, RIP, and then
That was a lot of. Was that called an acronym?
what?
Is that called an acronym when
Oh,
No. when you have lots of abbreviations or whatever words? Ignore me.
No.
Take them out of this
it's
conversation.
not. I don't remember what that's called.
Isn't that called an
acronym.
Thank
Okay,
you.
there you go.
Thank you. He looked at me like I was just making it up.
I wasn't looking like you made it up. I'm looking at you like I have no clue.
idea. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Biggie.
So if anyone
Yeah.
wants to know what the definition of marital disputes amongst gamers is like,
It was really serious there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really serious.
And then we were able to have Paige on a few episodes, like our board game draft and some other episodes. And you guys have come to be an awesome part of this whole thing. But there's just, I don't know, it's been a ton of fun. Why are you staring at me like that?
Listening.
she's
feel like
intrigued by
I
you.
feel like you're judging me with your harsh eyes. How dare you?
Wow. What am I supposed to do? Watch you talk through this? Here, I'm just listening.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
You just gave me a look like, like this. It was really weird. I was like, what's with the harsh looks, man?
You know what? I probably just can't breathe right now.
There's Tracy
I'm really-
waiting, watching, judging. Look at the baby.
I'm-
Look at the baby.
I literally cannot breathe, so I probably didn't even realize I was looking at you like that.
I'm sorry, I forgot that you were laboring. I apologize.
Like wheezing over here really quietly. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Keep talking.
No, that's
We're
okay.
sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll edit this in post. But there's been a lot of awesome episodes, a lot of awesome things that have happened. I want to talk about a couple that I really enjoyed. We'll just kind of go around talking about that if that's okay. Boy, I don't have the right thing here. Let me go back. Let's see. Sorry, I've got a lot of
He
stuff
just
written
pulled
down.
up the same document twice. I am
Quiet.
judging him right now.
You are judging me. How dare you?
Judgy McJudgyton.
Yeah.
That was your dancing name, wasn't it, Tracy?
Yes. Judgy McJudgington.
Yeah. The aforementioned board game draft. I thought that was a really fun episode. It was one of those that I think didn't get listened to as much as other episodes, which is kind of interesting because I thought that was just a fun way to go through and kind of do like a fantasy board game draft and stuff like that. And there was a lot of great picks.
I won that
No.
draft, actually. I looked it up.
Yeah, you keep saying that. You said that a lot in the episode, but I don't know if you did.
Well,
He looked
nobody's
it
looking
up
it up right
before-
now, so yeah, I won it.
I think even Paige said that a few times at the end too.
Yeah, probably. It's easy to win.
I almost feel like that would be even updated even more now if we tried that again, because a lot of the games that I picked for my picks, I think I would, there's a lot of things now where I'm super in love with that I would pick ahead of some of the ones I had actually.
So it's
All right, science. All right, cool.
I'm
Awesome.
like, what happened there?
So it was a good idea to like revisit ideas like that for that same reason, just to see how it changes over the time and all.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of like our Dan's concept of the step forward, step sideways, and step backward with certain games and stuff like that to see the things that are kind of. Oops,
Jesus.
wow, this is a bad.
Gunshot.
Yeah, sorry, dropped my phone with my notes.
Don't worry, no meeples got killed in this episode.
That's right.
Yet.
Yeah, no kidding.
You're right.
But I like that, the concept of just trying to, think of games that are very similar, but, kind of, or either advanced in one way or a step back, that kind of thing. I really enjoyed that. We had a lot of awesome guests in the past, couple of years too, just being able to talk with Jamie Stegmeyer about Charterstone and stuff like that was just, man, that was just fun to talk to him. It's funny too when you hear about people in the board game industry like him, like, oh, it's such a good dude, just real casual and open and stuff like that. And when we're actually talking to him, it's cool to see how wonderful people can be when you're talking to them and stuff like that. So
Yeah, he is a ridiculously awesome guy. Like I still email every so often, just like keep tabs and stuff like that. Daniel Peterson, same thing. He's from when we got to play Coconuts and Click Clack Lumberjack and everything for like the family games for holiday time. He is ridiculously awesome, and I have a blast keeping in touch with him. It's amazing how there's like so many people at different levels, and just like how knit the the community really is.
Yeah, exactly. I was just talking with Tracy and I was like, Gen Con, we went to Gen Con last year, right? And she's like, yep. And I'm like, oh my God, it feels like that was like 3 years ago because, just, it's funny how things just, feel like, it's, things change in life so much, but like that experience itself was just like, to be able to get a pass to go, go there and feel like you're, oh, I belong here, where other times when you go to stuff, you're kind of like, oh, shiny lights, oh, games, oh, I know that person from, YouTube or, whatever, and to be able to, talk in the same space and to feel like you're a part of the action was just like, wow, just like even when at one point before I walked into they have a little media part where you get your pass and they're like talking and stuff like that. I saw somebody from, she's and I can't remember her name, but she's been on Geek and Sundry a ton, doing a lot of role-playing stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's her, or whatever. And then I, go inside and they're like, here's your pass. And if you want some water or some, or a orange or whatever, if you want a quiet space, you can come back here, little things like that. I was like, I feel like I'm a star, guys. Like, this is so much fun, and it's awesome to feel like, that, when we started this, it was just, a couple of people just wanting to talk about games, and not knowing who was going to listen. I would check the numbers and I'd be like, yes, 5 people listen to this podcast, and when it's, today it's like, now I look at it and go, wow, hundreds of people have listened to this in a month. That just blows my mind each time. And it makes me feel humble. I love it.
I mean, it's like, I know what you're saying, because it's one of those things that, we always joke around how it's like when you go to like any board game con, like every 5th person you meet has a podcast or a YouTube channel or something. Like there is a ton of content out there, but it's just, it's fun to be a part of it. It's like, it's the same as playing the games, it's like, yeah, you can like just play it on the app or play it on your phone or whatever, but like, it's fun to get together with people and, actually play it and look back at it. And, for us, like, I think it's sometimes like, it's very easy to be lazy. Like, oh, we don't have time tonight. Oh, I don't know about this weekend. But with the show, it kind of gives us like an extra incentive. Like, oh, well, we should definitely play at least like one game this week, right? I mean, we got to have something to talk about. It's also like a nice justification for buying a game. It's like, well, I mean, if we buy it, we can't talk about it if we don't buy it,
Yeah, I think it's just fun to get into a space and talk about that kind of thing and like really getting into conversations about it, other than just being like, like if me and Tracy were just to play it, be like, oh, this is so fun. We need to tell somebody this. Who do we tell about this? We don't know anybody around here. It's nice to have that forum to be able to tell more people about it and to have, other people actually take that advice. Like the other day when we were playing Tabletop Day, what did we played with Logan and we streamed something. What did we end up streaming? We ended up playing
the dragon game, I think.
No, we were playing the Grim Forest.
Oh, we were playing Grim Forest. That's right. Yeah, and we were playing it, and
Jordan.
No. Oh, why can't I think of his name? Jarrett. I think it's Jarrett on Twitter. Was watching us for a little bit, and he said, "Yeah, he's like, oh, love watching the game, but I got to get going, and later today we'll play some Lost Legacy." Because he's like, we heard you guys talking about it, and we've got it, and we're gonna play it, and just hearing that, makes it all worth it. If one person out there, takes that recommendation to heart and plays a game that they really enjoy, and it makes it all worth it. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good sentiment, man. I like it.
Kim, are you there? I don't see you. I see a microphone.
Yeah, she's like
still here.
She's like in the gorillas. Like she can't show her real face.
Yeah, she has a microphone head.
Yeah,
she's been assimilated.
I'm just keep drifting, and this is where I'm ending up.
No, my name is
gotta be inside. This is my home.
There we go. Good God. There we go. Now
I'm
we're
so far away from you, though.
That seems
so close. That's funny.
Yeah, it's like I was like thinking back to some of the stuff too. One of my favorite things was when we did the board game university.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was really good. The Stegmeyer thing was like one of my favorites. Like I was bugging out getting to talk to that guy. What's funny is we were both saying after we talked to him, we're like, man, now I want to buy some Stonemeyer games just because he was so cool. Guess who ordered Scythe, Kurt?
Nice.
So like that was really cool. Like I'm glad you like the 3-step program thing. I really like that too, because so many times I see online oh, my wife really likes Lords of Waterdeep. Like, what game should I get next for her? Or like, oh, like my son really likes like we play the Duke every night. Like, what should I get that's like the Duke? So I like these ideas of, it's like, here's an answer for that. And also like, so you don't have as much time to play. Here's something a little lower. You want something more involving. Here's something a little more advanced. Like, I like that a lot. That's really fun to do too.
It's more than just going to the game store and getting that one opinion. You get it from a bunch of different sides where it's like, okay, this is kind of similar, so you can kind of hopefully go that route and like it as much as you like this game.
What about you? Any special highlights from because of course Kim is an avid listener.
I am.
Since she never gets to be on any episodes because she always gets to those sleepies.
I did subscribe to it. It is a subscription.
She's 1/5 of our listeners.
my memory is poor, but I do remember the thing that you did with the wrestling board games, like wrestlers with the board games colliding together.
That was fun. Do you remember those, Kurt?
Oh yeah.
If the Texas Rattlesnake was to play this worker placement based on prehistoric era, Stone Age Steve Austin.
Yeah.
that was some fun. I gotta do that again. I gotta make another trivia for that. Paige, I think you were on for the one that we did with the Undertaker, right?
Yeah.
I remember you like, good God.
Yeah. Yep, pretty much. Yep, that was pretty much how it went.
That's what was the game? Oh, over Undertaker. That's what we were.
Yeah.
Where I was giving you guys all number answers and you had to guess if it was over or under.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was the end of the one of the first times Taco and I were on.
Yeah.
The first or second time.
Yeah, I think Taco actually won that round too. He did pretty good.
Yeah, yep. I did terrible.
See, Kurt, now we have to assimilate Taco so we can have another person that knows a little more with wrestling too.
Yeah. That's right. We'll have to get Taco back on again.
So how about you, Paige? Any fond memories of the year thus far?
Oh, I had a really good time talking with Mike from Plan B.
That was great.
That was
yeah. Mike's such a good guy. Well, it's funny too because what the listeners don't know about the episode if they've listened to the podcast itself is that I cut probably 45 minutes out of us just going on a tangent and nothing really pertaining to board games, just like, hey, let's just talk about this and just keep going and going and going.
It took you hours to edit that episode.
It did.
It got posted 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. There's just so many layers that I kept accidentally taking something out here and not taking it out another spot. So I had to keep just chopping it down to get it to where I needed to be. But such a great episode. Just listening back to it made me laugh.
That dude is he's another guy where it's like, as soon as you start talking to him, you're like, oh yeah, I've known him for months. And it's like, wait, no, this is the first time I'm talking to him. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally what it is.
It's always interesting to have them on to hear all the new stuff that they have coming out or what's rolling around upstairs.
And it's and that's the thing too. It's even when he was talking about the stuff, none of it sounded like a pitch or anything else too. It's you can tell he definitely digs and is on board with what they're doing there. It's not well, this is our new product line and this thing has to move. It's no, this thing is really cool because they decided to do this, this, and this, which other games haven't done. And that was something that was really awesome to hear about.
Genuinely excited about what they're doing.
Yeah. Which that's something that I actually love to hear. It's I mentioned this before. I listen to a ton of podcasts, and so often, when it's an interview with so and so, it does sound like a bit manufactured, where the questions are very softball, And with him, it was just an amazing conversation. That was really fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think we could have probably had 10 straight episodes recorded, just cutting it up if we had kept going. It was really good.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, you can tell that he not only works in the game industry, but he loves games and he loves the art of games and he loves the structure of games, that he could pretty much talk your head off about any kind of game that he's ever played and do it in a way that would not get boring.
Yep.
So, Kurt, you mentioned that you have a little trivia style game or something for us. You have a little something to torture us with, by the way.
Yes, I have a game that will make everyone cry in their pants and also have a good time, hopefully. Or at least the people that are listening will be able to and watching. So I made up a game where we are basically kind of playing, if you remember, the $100,000 pyramid, except for it's not when you play at the end when you're trying to get those little squares at the end, but it's like when they first sit down, and it's on one side it's a celebrity, on the other side it's just a regular person trying to win money or whatever, and you have certain buzzwords basically, and then people are trying to describe this buzzword or whatever, and then the other person's trying to get it without saying any part of the word. Okay. So we're going to do that with your guys' games. So I went on Board Game Geek and I looked at everyone's games.
Man.
Oh, God.
Yep. And there's going to be a person that gives clues and a person that receives, and we're going to do 2 rounds for each team. I'm going to have Tracy and Paige on one team. Yep. It's going to be awful. And then I'm going to have, not just because it's you two, just everyone is, no, everyone's going to be awful. I know what it's going to be, but it's going to be fun.
Hey.
And Dan and Kim will also be on a team, but everyone will be able to give once and receive once.
Cool. Because I was going to say, if I have no idea what you're talking about, that means it's a game that's on the shelf of shame, right?
Yep. Exactly.
It's like,
and that's what I'm kind of hoping, because
I
I pulled some games that I knew would be easy for you guys to get, but I also pulled some games that I'm pretty sure you guys will not get. So
awesome.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I apologize in advance, Paige.
It's going to be in no particular order either.
Please continue to talk to me.
Okay. Also, what it's going to be is, for each round, it's going to be 7 games. You're going to have 30 seconds to do this. Okay. So it's not going to go very quickly.
Holy shit.
If you by chance get all 7 right, I'll give you an extra 2 points. And then at the end of 2 rounds, whoever has the most points will win.
Neat.
All right.
How are we going to see the words? How are they going to see it?
I'm going to either text it to one of the people and hope that they don't show them to their counterpart. And then we'll kind of go from there. So,
well, Paige and I can't cheat.
Wait, don't you just say it verbally? Like, you have to just keep giving me verbal clues until I guess it?
No, you are going to be giving to Kim, and Kim is going to be giving to you.
Oh, no. I thought you were going to be giving to me.
He didn't want to be my teammate. That's what it is. We're gonna
damn dog.
That's why I'm apologizing to Paige, because I'm not going to know any of his games.
Yeah.
I won't know any of my games.
As Kim said, I'm not too much into designers or who makes stuff, so this is going to be great. Let's see what you got.
So here, I'll give you both, or give everyone a hint of advice, basically. Okay. Even if you don't know what the game is, you can always describe something else that would describe either a word or a phrase that's in it. The only thing that I'm excluding from any of it is you can't say any word that's in the actual game itself. You can say anything else,
which is the game.
Yep.
Exactly. Can I be like Stone Stage instead of Stone Age?
No rhyming now. I mean it.
Can we tell them how many words are in there?
Nope.
Damn. Why not?
Because this is a charade.
Can we act it out?
Sounds like.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sounds like. Bass.
Sounds like Plantaplano. Okay.
Pineapple Thailand.
That's right. All right, so I'm going to hold a number behind my back. I'm going to have Dan stop looking. You a-hole.
I couldn't see shit.
3.
No. Oh, he already guessed 3. It actually was 3. So you guys get to go second.
This
Cheaters.
is why we should be on the team.
Nope.
No.
All right. So Tracy and Paige, you will go first.
Why?
Because I said so.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
So I shouldn't shout out when I know the answer then.
No.
You
Okay, so
absolutely should.
Yeah. So who
And
wants?
then we get the points. Sorry.
It's okay. So who wants to give first and who wants to receive?
Oh, you had to say it like that.
I sure did.
Ooh, I'll do it.
You want to?
Yeah.
Do you want what? Which one?
Do you want me to give you clues first?
Sure.
You like how I reworded that?
Yep.
All right. I'm just gonna copy it off of this and put it on another thing here.
Do you want
so
to
don't
text
see
it to me?
Yeah, I can.
Do you know
Or
my phone
just-
number?
No, I don't know
Or
your
just
phone number.
show her your phone.
No, because it has her categories too,
Oh.
which would give up all of her
Okay.
stuff. You
And that would
jerk.
be okay.
Yeah.
That would be okay. Oh man. So now is this is coming from
So Paige
just
has
so
to
I
guess
understand,
those
this
games.
is coming from his.
That is,
stuff.
yep. Those are his games. Yep.
Oh,
He doesn't have to
man.
know yours. Okay. You have 30 seconds to give as many as you can at
Okay,
one
so
time.
And I
that-
can say multiple words to him.
You can say anything but the actual game itself.
It doesn't have to
So
be
these
just
are
like
going to
one
be games
clue.
I own.
These are
Yes.
going to be your game that are on
Okay.
BGG.
Oh god. Now what I do on BGG.
Good luck.
Here, I'm gonna look too, so I can give you the points as you go.
Okay.
Okay, ready? You got 30 seconds and go.
This is a game with baloney. No, this is a game that can be kind of scandalous with can I pass that one?
Battle of the Sexes?
Yeah,
Okay. Yep, pass. Go ahead.
Okay. Rawr.
What? Baron part?
Water that's alone.
Water that's alone?
Roar. Water that's alone.
Time.
Baron part.
That was 30 seconds?
Yes.
No. they do way longer than that on Nick.
No, I actually watched it, and they
No
only give them 30
Shit,
seconds.
seriously? What the fuck?
Okay.
I almost gave you a word in one of them, and the other one I didn't know what else to do.
Do you want me to give you another 30 seconds?
No, fuck this shit. I don't like it. That was not very long.
That was not long.
I know. It was 30 seconds.
God
That's all you
damn it.
get.
Good luck, you guys. Fuck.
Well, I guess we're gonna put an explicit tag on this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Everybody knows.
I want to know what games you put on. Can we go through the rest though, just for fun?
Yes, we can. Okay, so hold on. No, I'm gonna do this. I'm
I'm
Nope.
sorry, Mike.
I'm gonna do this. What's his face? Who is the host of it? Oh, I
Alex
can't remember his
Trebek.
name.
Montgomery
Dick Clark.
Burns.
I'm gonna do this Dick Clark style. All right. So the first one that she had is, what's our species? We're not monkeys. We're
People.
Humans?
Sapiens.
yep. Okay. And then what are the little things that you play when
Oh.
you're playing a game? They're thin, kind of square. What are those called?
Standees?
Nope. What do you actually have 52 of them and you're passing them out?
Cards?
Yep. And then
Cards Against
what's the last?
Humanity.
There you go. Okay. T-Rex.
Dinosaur Island.
There you go. And the
Roar.
Yeah.
Roar.
That's why I was looking at you like, good God, come on, Paige. You're better than this.
I know. I was like, what? I thought you'd get it right away. Sorry. I didn't get to anything else.
And
I don't know what the hell these games are.
just because we're on a time crunch. The other ones were Ghost Blitz,
Okay.
Jaipur,
Uh-huh.
Lift It, The Others, which I don't know how you would have gotten that one because as soon as I put that down, I'm like, that's gonna be.
That's because you are a jerk.
Yep, and then
7
Quirkle.
Civ. Oh, I wouldn't have got that.
I don't know how I would have even. You
Yeah.
better picked really hard ones for them.
I sure did. All right, who wants to?
Do I get to see them? No, I want to.
No,
try to
not
guess
right
them.
now. Yep. All right, who wants
Sorry,
to give
Paige.
and who wants to
That's
receive?
okay.
I'll give first.
Oh my
By the way, Kurt, I'll also have you know I have a round for you because I just went through your BGG collection during that. So this is gonna be good.
Sounds
Text me the
good.
list, buddy.
All right, so you're first. Okay, so we'll do this one.
What would be funny is if you didn't even send him the right thing.
So Kurt, what's this thing that looks like a maiden name and social security numbers that you sent me?
That's what you're supposed to read to everybody.
Yeah. My God, your PIN is 4542. That's so easy to guess. Why would you use that on your bank?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
All right, you got your games there.
No, this is gonna be bad.
All right, so you got 7 games. You have
hold on 1
30
second.
seconds.
I'm just trying to think. All right,
Yeah, I didn't get to think.
Yeah, you're not supposed. You guys aren't supposed to like.
Yeah, well, you
study
actually
it.
had it straight down in the list. He can't even put enter after each one. I got it as one big paragraph.
I did too, Dan.
Really? Oh my God, you are the worst at texting, Kurt. Okay, tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
All right, ready? Go.
Hey, we're gonna go to the red planet and make it all good, and we're gonna play a whole bunch of cards to do that.
Mission to Mars.
So close.
Oh. Terraforming Mars.
There we go. Hey, we got to cure diseases, but we're gonna tear up
Pandemic.
cards while we do it.
Representative efficacy.
That's right. Also, we're gonna pass that next one. Pass. Pass. Then we're gonna take these cubes that have like gold and victory points on them, and we're gonna get better facings and
Time.
Agricola.
what? Agricola.
Dice Forge?
Yes.
See, what's nice about that is that if he's explaining the game to her a little bit.
Yeah, you could have. You could do anything but say the name of the game. That's what I said.
Well, I understand that, but I've never played Dinosaur Island before.
I know. There's not all
But I'm
these
just
everyone's
saying,
gonna be playing.
I know, no, but I wouldn't have known pretty much anything else that he had. What I'm saying is it's hard for us to be
I understand.
partnered.
I didn't do it to be like, let's make
Oh
this.
no, I'm
easy or
not. I'm
whatever.
just
I
saying, like
understand.
maybe.
Yeah.
He just likes to watch you lose.
He wrote it as one word. That's like a-
Yeah. No, I just wanted to watch everybody struggle, which has happened, and I'm.
Well,
already,
I don't. I mean,
I'm already happy with the results.
So are we
Yeah,
in
no,
the
believe
2
me.
points?
When Dan tries to do it with me, I know I'm not going to get any right because.
Oh no, you are. You're gonna get them right, or I'm gonna beat you when I get there.
Awesome! Can't wait.
Ooh.
All right.
All right.
Games, Kurt.
Yep, I'm gonna send them to you.
Send him the really easy ones.
Yep.
My first guess, Uno spin.
I was gonna say not dose, but
Half of 2.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, I'm actually gonna give these to you on Messenger by yourself, there, Paige.
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
Oh man. Do I have to go in order? Or can I just?
You can do it in any order that you want.
yeah, that's why I was saying pass, pass, pass. I thought I had to do them in order. I didn't want to.
Yeah, no,
I'll do
you
them.
know what?
Okay.
Screw that. Do them in order, just like everybody else did.
All right.
All right, you ready, Paige?
Yep.
All right, and go.
Desert horse racing game.
What? Say it again.
What? A desert horse racing game.
Desert horse racing game? Change horses?
No, something cup. What's a desert horse?
Camel up.
Yeah. Okay. A Richard Garfield game. It's new from Yellow. You have all the rabbits around everywhere.
Bunny Kingdom.
Time.
Colonel Mustard in the holy Jesus.
Hold on a second.
That was Clue.
Paige,
Yeah.
give me the last 4 from Kurt's collection. I think I might be able to get these.
Does your person have a beard?
Guess who?
Yeah, Portal game, but it's not 51st State.
Oh, Imperial Settlers?
Yep, Steffenfeld game. It's generally looked at as garbage. It's a
La
teal. Yep.
What was
And
it?
La Isla.
Oh.
Or you could have
And-
just said the island because that's what it means.
Yep, could have. And I played this game once as a kid, and I know there's tiles in it. I'm pretty sure.
Tiles?
Yeah.
Memory?
As a kid,
Tile,
no.
Tiles that you can make, you can do 4, 3, 4, 5, or you can have runs, or you can have runs or
That-
sets.
A sequence?
So they have scary smiley faces on them.
Rubik's Cube.
Rummy Cube. Yep.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, never played that in my life.
Old school game.
I think I did pretty good off of Kurt's list.
You picked some crazy ones.
Wait, hold on. Did Clue count? Because we got it at the buzzer.
No.
No.
I
Oh,
said
you
stop
suck.
before you even came
And then
close.
I said it afterwards. So right now it's neck and neck, isn't it?
So we are tied at 2 apiece.
But they haven't gone yet.
They have not. So
Oh.
Kim, all you need to do is for Dan to get 1 to win.
So give him really crappy clues. No pressure. No,
No
pressure,
pressure.
microphone head.
Here's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that we get a tie, and then I give Kurt his list, and he gets 3 points, and he wins the game that he made.
Ooh.
Waiting for your
I would see how he planned it.
All right, Kim, I'm texting this to your phone.
Okay, good. Wait for the text. Okay.
All right. Let me get up the stopwatch. Ready and go.
Gathering people to do quests.
Lords of
Favorite
Waterdeep.
game. It's a read from a book. You do had a ship thing, but it's the other one where you're working in the desert. It's like a legacy game. All right. The cards where you use cards to buy stuff, but you flip them over. And you build buildings, but use the cards. The cards are the currencies.
Oh, son of a bitch. Oh my god, I know what you're talking
There's
about.
another one with the alien.
There's Puerto Rico and the rest of the galaxy.
They still won, but Tracy apparently is freaking
How
out.
did they still win?
He got Lords of Waterdeep, which was the first answer.
Oh, I didn't think it was right.
And it was like a legacy style, but you read through the book, the story.
Arabian Nights.
Arabian Nights. Oh, we just got it.
No, Near and Far. When you
Oh,
read from the book,
Oh shit.
and it was like in the deserty area too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then the other one was Oh My Goods.
Water
The currency
deep.
was the
You
Damn it, you know, it's-
jackass.
One of them has to be.
For some reason, I was thinking of the newest one. The
Yeah, but
the
it didn't have to
Burmeister
be the
game.
first one.
All right, Kurt, are you ready, Kurt?
Oh gosh, no.
Dang it.
Here you go, honey. You can do the stopwatch.
You're gonna do the
I
time.
love how competitive Tracy is because she didn't even hear that you got the one answer you needed right, and then when the time was up, she freaked out because she thought
Because
that
I
it
thought
was
we
still
were
tied.
tied. I thought Lords of Waterdeep would have been on there, but by the way Kim reacted, I didn't think that was it.
Yeah.
Damn
Okay.
it. Okay.
You ready?
Ready? Go.
Ready?
Yep. Go.
Okay, let's get 4 architects to help build this city.
Emotep.
Wrong. Okay, let's go to this. We're gonna keep building up towers. Try to get to level 3, but don't make sure I don't put a blue dome on top of it first.
Santorini.
That's right. Let's get some dragon stones and go along a path. You suck. What happens when
Psych.
Broccoli takes a weapon to go fight against other
Other fighters.
That's correct. Barney Stinson might want you to play
Hands
this
up.
Marvel game that's wait for it.
legendary.
Legendary.
Thank you. What did you get? Like 3 or 4? What's funny is
No,
all right, so
no.
Quadropolis.
Two, I
Yeah,
think.
he got one.
I thought
I got
Quadropolis was the first one.
You got Zero, and you got Food Fighters.
You can get Suro.
You didn't get Zero. Oh, that's right. You didn't get Zero. Damn it.
No, I didn't get Cyril.
The let's get 4 architects and build a city. Quadropolis.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And what's
yeah.
funny is I
Yeah.
also had Emotep on the list, but I was like, nope, not the right question.
Nice. Yeah, no, plus I knew it was going to be hard anyway, even if you had ones that were super easy, because the time it seems
30
like
seconds doesn't seem long enough.
no,
But in the game and they're playing it on TV, 30 seconds seems longer.
it seems like maybe it clicked over a lot slower.
Do you know
Yeah.
why it
Yeah.
seems slower? Because you're like, oh, anyone can get 7 questions in 30 seconds. Look at these idiots. And then it's you and your heart's pounding.
But they're not
Like
answering board game questions. Yeah.
Valid.
True.
Jerks.
By the way, one of these games
All
I
right.
never played, so I don't know what it was.
Let's see.
It would have been Pyramids.
You haven't played that yet.
I
No.
haven't played that yet. I had no clue what that is.
Kim's like,
Well,
we
you know
bought
what
it, but we
pyramids
haven't-
are. You could have
Yeah.
just described that.
Yeah.
No, but if I did, he would probably said Pharaoh or the other Egyptian games we have.
I love the idea of her clue is like, you bought it, but we haven't played it yet. Please pass.
That's awesome. We have fun, don't we?
We do.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So here's to another year of awesome gaming. As far as the future goes, I think we've talked about this before, but we're actually looking into making not only the podcast stronger, but we're also looking into making more videos too. But if anybody remembers from the beginning, Red Shirt Shane, a buddy of mine, he is working on some stuff for video work, so we can do some fun stuff. We got some stuff in the pipeline I don't want to talk about just yet because we have some ideas on the floor, and we're actually in the next few days where he's actually going to come over and we're going to just kind of flush out some things that we want to do there. Also, we're looking at maybe doing a Patreon so you guys can help support the show if you really enjoy what you see here and you listen to. Not only will that money go toward the content that we're making, it will also go towards more giveaways. It'll actually go more to charity too, because we always like to do, some charity stuff during the year too. So, so if you're looking forward to that, we're going to have that coming out here in the near future. So,
yeah. And like, that's the one thing with the Patreon that, we kind of talked about this off air a little bit, but I, kind of want to like get out into the public too is, I hear a lot of times on a lot of forums about paid reviews and, paid ads and stuff like that. And everyone's like, oh, well, the people get biased, they don't want to, nobody wants to stop getting free games. Nobody wants to stop, like get the plug pulled on their show. And, and people say they want to hear the unbiased opinions and the people that don't get, tons of free product and stuff like that. And that's pretty much what we do. The only downside is, hosting is still a few bucks. And when a microphone blows out, that's another $100. And, eventually you go, hey, that laptop I had for like 5 years? Yeah. I said that 5 years ago. This thing is 10 years old. We need something new.
yeah, exactly. It's not something that we're, regardless of how much money we make through these Patreons, we're not looking to quit our jobs. That's not what's going to happen. We're not going to be like, oh, this will be fun. We'll be able to just do this as a long time gig. That's just not feasible. It's something to kind of help us, get you that content more and more and to, flush it out and to, put a tiny bow on it that makes it look great. And also we would, also with what you guys are going to be putting in, you're going to get back what you put in, because then you'll be able to say, hey, this is a topic I've really wanted to talk about. Yeah, you're helping us out. We want to help you out there. There'll be something where like you'll get to be like, you'll get to be an extra entry on a giveaway if we decide, once we start doing giveaways on stuff and stuff like that. So it's like, it's not just us going, oh, thanks for your money. We'll just, do things the way we've been doing them. We want to give back to you. We want to give back to charity. We want to kind of spread the wealth, not just take it for ourselves.
Yeah. And because the thing is like, when we've gotten some review copies and stuff like that, it was always fun putting those up for like Extra Life auctions or like, donating them to like local game centers and stuff like that. Like I had fun with that, but I think it would be cool. Like, if there's a game that we're really impressed with, we end up picking it up. I think it would be cool to like send out like, the review copy to someone, like let them actually, or like we'll just order the, if it becomes cheaper to just order it direct for the person, or something like that. That might be the option too. And that'll be it's something fun for us. It's something cool for like, anyone that's out there. And, it's a chance to like, to help out the little guy, like you said, without looking to like, quit jobs or like, it's not like we're like, oh yeah, if we get 80,000 a year, we'll be, no, it's like just something to help offset the cost a bit.
Yeah, exactly. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this. Thank you, Dan, Kim, and Paige, and my wife for, being so awesome and coming out with the best things. It's been a great ride, and I can't wait to see where it's going from there. So
same here, man. Looking forward to the next year.
That's right.
Yeah. All right.
No, that's fine.
Oh.
And until next, have a great night or morning or whenever you be watching us.
Or
Have a good
listening.
one, everyone.
That's right.